就在中共抹黑台湾网攻之际，周三美国国土安全委员会在史丹佛大学胡佛研究所举行听证会，聚焦中共对美国的网络威胁以及美国该如何应对，以维护美国的网络安全与技术领先。
On Wednesday, the U.S. House Committee on Homeland Security met at Hoover's Institution at Stanford University. Now, they listened to expert panelists discuss the current landscape of cyber threats and how it affects the U.S.
Consider this. Every single day, Palo Alto Networks blocks up to 31 billion cyber attacks. Up to 9 million of those daily attacks represent novel attack methods never previously seen. To stay a step ahead, relentless innovation must be central to our cyber defenses. Innovation with AI at its core has the potential to disrupt the legacy status quo.
In my opening statement, I mentioned the example of the default password, where there are still products on the market that come out with the default password. And the expectation is that the end user of that product goes and changes the password. I'm sure we've all been there. We know that that doesn't always happen.
The risks that our country faces. So we need that stable baseline. We need to raise the level of security all over. Attackers are still taking advantage of very easily known vulnerabilities that should be fixed. And I agree that both software vendors and others in the community, there needs to be some accountability mechanisms in place to ensure that we're delivering secure and safe software.
Now, Silicon Valley was chosen as a place for the hearing because of the talent pool and innovation in the area.
Well, CCP, Chinese Communist Party, spends a lot of money and resources on developing its cyber defense, but also its cyber offense. And their offensive capabilities against us are very good. We need to be focusing on our cyber defense to make sure that we can plug up our vulnerabilities.
I think they're preparing for war. Yeah. The Chinese Communist Party is preparing for war in a number of ways, right? We see it with their massive buildup of their military forces, about a 44-fold increase. I know it may seem extreme to say this, but I believe that China is developing a first-strike nuclear capability against us.
The increasingly burdensome, costly, and duplicative requirements placed on our innovators are stifling our innovation and hindering our national security. Instead, we must continue to explore technological solutions for regulatory compliance and ways that we as Congress can help deconflict and simplify cyber regulations.
My priority is to really leverage the private sector, make sure that the federal government is as additive as possible.
Lawmakers and panelists are trying to get the reauthorization of CISA 2015. This law encourages the sharing of cyber threat information between private entities and the government. In Stanford, California, David Lamb, NTD News.